Hello and welcome to Wicket Women, the brand new show putting women's cricket front and center. I'm Anisha Ghosh, your host, and whether you are a die-hard fan or just curious about the women changing the face of cricket, you are in the right place. Coming up in the program,
All of a sudden, everyone was like shouting and like screaming, like, yeah, we qualified. But I got the first call from Fatima Sana, Pakistan captain.
Bangladesh captain Nigar Sultana Joty talks us through the drama behind her side's ODI World Cup qualification, plus
So yeah, I think most important is you just need to find a way to sort of transfer your weight through the ball and make sure your body weight is going through it to get the power through that offside.
South Africa's captain Laura Wolvaardt is caught on camera. Wolvaardt admits her favorite shot isn't a cover drive. Stick around to find out what it is. Here on Wicket Women, we'll preview this year's Women's ODI World Cup, track the WPL, and of course, look ahead to LA 28 when women's cricket makes its Olympic debut. All that plus exclusive interviews with the biggest names in the women's game. So let's get to it right away. Welcome our first ever guest on the show. Nigar Sultana Joty, Bangladesh captain, trailblazer, wicket-keeper batter. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Nigar, how has life been since Bangladesh made it to the ODI World Cup, the final set of teams coming through the qualifying route? What was your heartbeat like when West Indies were playing Thailand in that last qualifier match, last match of the tournament in Pakistan in April? Walk us through that emotion. What were you doing? How were you watching the match? And what your heartbeat was like?
First of all, I guess it was incredible because we've been training so hard for the qualifier and we played really well in the first three games. Just because of that, I think we qualified for the World Cup. And it was a bit of heartbreaking for me, especially as a captain, because we could have done well in the last two games in the qualifier. Then we don't need to need to worry about the other games, like what will happen, what is going to be in our fate. So it was so hard for me and for the team because, we lost against Pakistan on that particular day. And then we need to wait for West Indies, how actually they are doing in the last game. And they played brilliantly against Thailand because they have given their 100%.
Nigar, I have no idea how good you were at math back in school, but math never used to be one of my favorite subjects. But on that day, when I was following the match in front of a television within the comfort of my drawing room in Calcutta, I had to actually look up the net run rate, which went down to the third decimal point in terms of how Bangladesh pipped West Indies on the points table via NRR. Did you start making sense of the calculation right after, they crossed that 10.1 over? So many permutations and combinations came into play. What were you doing with your teammates?
So the thing is, when we went to the ground playing against Pakistan, so the only thing in my mind, like we have to win this game anyway because there is no other way. So when we I couldn't make 200 plus runs because we have to do something like this. So then the from management there is a news like we have to play them at least 40 over. Then the net run rate will come up in a good way. Then maybe West Indies will face more difficulties to get the run rate. So then we lost the game. I said no, there is no way we can play the World Cup because there are a lot of things we could have done better in the last two games, maybe the before. But then at last, actually, 0.01. It was it was a very dramatic. We were watching the game and they were taking heart in the hand, like what is going to happen and how they actually played West Indies against Thailand. It was they're smashing all over the ground. So each and everyone was watching together, our teammates, and they all called me let's watch the game. What will happen? Let's watch it. I said, I cannot bear it because I just cannot see it. I just need to wait. So I was just sitting on my room for a moment and plugging earphone and listening a disco song and everything, beat song, because I don't want to be panic actually, because, and I was But in my mind, it was like, what is going on in the match? So yeah, all of a sudden, everyone was like shouting and like screaming, like, yeah, we qualified. But I got the first call from Fatima Sana, Pakistan captain. So she was like calling with so many players, like Sidra Amin was there, the other players. They called me like, they were like, yeah, you guys are qualified for the World Cup. I said like they were praying and something. I'm okay, really? What are you guys saying? Like, yes, you qualified for the World Cup. So it was quite a special moment for me because this is our second ODI World Cup.
I mean, there's so much to unpack from that one answer of yours, Nigar. First, I'll come to Fatima Sana, the Pakistan skipper, commending you and confirming that news to you, because Pakistan, mind you, were one of the two teams, the first team to seal their spot into the ODI World Cup. 4 nations from Asia are going to participate. It has never happened before. India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. And for you to get that call from Fatima Sana, another great ambassador of the sport like yourself, Nigar, what do you think it means for subcontinental women's cricket?
I think great things to achieve, that we can tell like the Asian teams are actually growing day by day and they're competing with the other side, like the top nations in the world. So, and yeah, the call from Fatima Sana, she's a very good friend of mine, but I was actually angry about with her during the game because I got out with her bowling. So I was like asking, like, why did you call me after that? Like the next morning, why did you call me? Because you got out. They actually wanted us to play in the World Cup because they all know like how much struggle actually we have as an Asian country. Like if we get chance in the ODI World Cup, it will actually give us a good break for the women cricket. So this is actually everything is going on and very good communication, and we learn each other, we talk each other, and we actually do support each other.
Absolutely. What a heartening story to, tie those commonalities that Asian nations share. And as you rightly said, the struggles that female cricketers in our part of the world go through, and by our part of the world, I especially mean in the subcontinent, is not something without sort of not looking down upon other countries, but not something very many other countries go through, simply because, one mistake an Indian player, a Bangladeshi player, Sri Lankan player, Pakistan player makes, and the first thing that social media trolls say, go to the kitchen, right? Have you faced that, by the way?
Not really, because my family was very supportive. I think each and every women cricketer or the other athletes in Bangladesh, they are here just because of their family support or the positive people who are actually behind them. And they're saying like there is no obstacle in front of you, just go beyond your dream and go with your goals.
Tell us, who are part of Nigar Sultana Joty's family? How did she become an athlete, a cricketer? She could have become anything else. Kho-kho khelte parte, and you could have played Hadodu. Sorry, I'm slipping into Bangla because I'm very tempted to speak in this language of Nigar's and myself. But you could have played any other sport, right? So how did you come to become a cricketer and the captain, and how did your family play a part in it?
Siva, it is a very, I think, interesting story behind my cricketing career, I guess. When I just two actually, when I can stand, I started playing cricket because I have seen my elder brother, and my cousin playing cricket in our backyard. So I never played any girls game like with toys and everything. Like I just always loved cricket, and I went with my brother in so many places and play tap tennis cricket. So people get used to know about me, like there is a girl who actually can play cricket. 2-3 years I played the Dhaka Premier League club cricket. Then I got calls from national team. First national camp, I think 2013. Then they didn't select me. Then I did 6 camps, national camps. They didn't pick me. I was very heartbreaking, and I was like, call my mother like, this is not the way. I cannot just coming back from that place. I have to be here, and I want to actually wear that jersey. So I want to do more hard work, or maybe whatever it takes, but I'm going to play in this team. So I started doing like everything, like morning to evening, I'm doing my hard work, practice only. So and especially my mother was behind me at that time. And at that time, the environment was not that good. Like the people are actually not welcoming me as a women cricket at that time. So then in 2015, I got a call from national team again, and that time I didn't come back with empty hand. So I got a call from national team, and I played my first game against Pakistan in Karachi.
Nigar, is there a captain in world cricket you really love watching? Is there one skipper across men's or women's cricket that you really take mental notes on?
I guess it's Meg Lanning actually. She is a kind of a player. She's a legend player, and how she actually carried herself as a captain. She was so calm and very simple, but she's very intelligent, I guess, in the ground, and she's a different plan in every time in the mind. And I got a chance to talk with her for a minute, I guess, because we played against each other in the ODI World Cup and 2023 T20 World Cup in South Africa. So we didn't get much time to talk, but I was asking like few questions, and she was very humble, and she was saying so nice things to me, and she was praising to our team like how actually we have been doing, and we're growing and we're improving. We should go on like that. So
what are your thoughts on where women's test cricket is at, and whether, nations like Bangladesh women should at all harbor hopes? Where do you stand on this?
I really wanted to play with the red ball, obviously. As a kid, I think we used to see test crickets, and I think it's a different format, and it is a kind of gives you a royal feel when you play a test cricket. And yeah, we got the test status, but where we are going to play, I really don't know about it, because we recently we started playing 3-day game, first class cricket, and it was quite good experience for me and the other players actually. And because this is not easy to play 3-day games all of a sudden, because you are not used to about it, and because it's pretty difficult for the bowlers actually. They actually don't usually don't bowl too much, like 20-30 overs, but we need to prepare ourselves for that. Taste is gives you a different feelings. Like it's a patience game, we know that, but it actually helps you to grow your skill, I guess, what I felt actually as a player. So it will take some time, but yeah, I hope and I prayed like one day we can play test cricket.
Where do you see Bangladesh women's cricket heading in the next 5 years?
First of all, if we can be in the top 16, then we will not miss out any ICC tournament or any big tournaments. This is our most priority right now. And second, see women cricket growing day by day in Bangladesh. There are so many young players. They really wanted to play for Bangladesh. They want to represent the country, and they pick bat and ball. They dreamed about it. So we want to give them that opportunity. Like when they will come and represent the country, they don't feel anything. And they got everything in a platter. This is the thing, because we've been playing for Bangladesh for so many years. So this is our responsibility to give them that all the facilities, all the opportunities in a good way.
Who do you think is going to make the top 4 of the Women's ODI World Cup 2025 in India? It was a neutral venue that's going to stage the tournament.
First, I think I can tell 3 names, because I wanted to see my teams in the semi-final, definitely, because this is it's a game, and we have all the potential and we have all the ingredients in my team. So if
Absolutely.
we can play as a team, so why not? We can see ourselves there. And 3 teams, I don't know, but the last few months, I have seen so many women cricket and women teams are doing well. I guess Australia has the good chance to be in the semi-final team. I think India has and third one, I guess I want to see someone from Asia.
Excellent.
Maybe Sri Lanka, maybe Pakistan.
Kulia Fatima Sana, she's not picking your team so clearly just yet. So maybe you need to do another follow.
Really?
Oh,
Really?
well, Nigar said Sri Lanka or Pakistan. So, Fatima, let's do a podcast together where we, settle the scores and,
Mhm.
investigate why Nigar Sultana Joty did not pick Pakistan outright as the fourth team over Sri Lanka. But
See, I
no.
have some friends in Sri Lanka as well, so I have to pick both the names.
The ICC is introducing a Champions Trophy for the first time on the women's cricket calendar, and it's going to take place in Sri Lanka in 2027. So, all women's cricket fans around the world, there's so much to be excited for if you love the sport, if you love women's cricket in particular. And as Nigar mentioned, if Bangladesh do go on to feature in that, and of course, you didn't mention Olympics, but yeah, there's no
So
problems
why not?
whatsoever.
See, our nation, see, we really wanted to play every tournament what is going on in the around the world right now because as a team we've been playing for a long time, so but this is the time we have to give something back to the country because the fan in Bangladesh, they really wanted to see us doing well, and they're just because of their unconditional support and love we are here, and just because of their pressurize every time that like we have to like please give them other all the facilities because women's cricket are doing well. So they are also pride of our country. So why they are not getting everything like the men's are getting? So just because of them actually, and the media actually helps us a lot, and especially the cricket board actually right now they are showing more interest, and they've been arranged so many tournament domestic, especially for under 18, 17, under 23, emerging side and everything. So especially cricket board are arranging so many things. So yeah, this is our responsibility right now to carry forward all the things because whenever the main team actually doing well, so they get all the like what they inspired a lot, I guess. Then they are doing everything.
Absolutely. More power to you, Nigar. And with that, it's a big, big and heartfelt thank you to you from the entire team here at Wicket Women.
Thank you.
Here on Wicket Women, we promised we'd ask the hard questions. So here's a minute of them aimed squarely at Nepal captain Indu Barma. Stumped in 60 seconds with Nepal's skipper Indu Barma. Winning by a single run or hitting the winning six.
Hitting the winning six.
Bat or ball.
Bat.
What's your favorite cricket ground to play at and why?
TU International Cricket because it's a home ground, so I love to play.
Do you have any superstitions before you go out to bat or bowl?
And I think I pray.
If you were not a cricketer, what would you be doing, you think?
Nurse.
Who would you want to play yourself in a cricket movie on yourself?
Tastima Khadka.
What is your favorite delivery to bowl to pick up a wicket?
Yorker.
What is the best thing about Nepal as a country?
Mount Everest.
Who's your role model and why?
Smriti Mandana because I love her game of attitude of game. I mean, she is really great player.
Now it's time to hear from the third international women's cricket captain and its South Africa skipper, Laura Wolvaardt, on Caught on Camera. I start by asking her to settle a long debated argument. Who, after all, is the best cover driver in the women's game?
Hi, I'm Laura Wolvaardt, South African captain, and welcome to Wicket Women.
Who plays the best cover drive in the world and why is it yourself?
Thank you. I don't know why, and I don't know if that's true. But yeah, it's a shot that I've always played. I think growing up as an opening batter, bowlers tend to bowl outside off quite a lot. So it's just a shot that I had to play quite often, and a shot that I probably worked on more than other shots. Spent a lot of hours sort of grooving it. So, yeah.
When you were growing up, when you started envisioning a future for yourself in cricket, is there one player, male or female, who had the best cover drive in the world, you reckon, at the time?
I'm not sure. There's a few good cover drives out there. Virat Kohli is good. Babar Azam, Meg Lanning. Yeah, there's a couple of people I like watching. But yeah, probably not a single winner. It was never really something I thought of at all growing up. It was just me batting, and then yeah, I think it kind of became a thing. So.
In terms of getting the cover drive right, and all the rookies, the aspirants of the Laura Wolvaardt-esque cover drive, how would you break down the technicalities of that perfect cover drive, which we've seen you play, obviously the other exponents you've mentioned? What is it about the cover drive that a youngster needs to get right?
I think just, have it be effective. I think it doesn't help if you have a super pretty cover drive, but the ball doesn't really go anywhere. I think everyone has a slightly different way of playing it. Like Nadine de Klerk in my team, for example, sort of slaps it more with her bottom hand, which works for her. Whereas I've got a bit more of a top hand, high elbow sort of thing going on. So yeah, I think most important is you just need to find a way to sort of transfer your weight through the ball and make sure your body weight is going through it to get the power through that offside.
Are you tired of answering questions about your cover drive?
A little bit, because I've played a nice on drive the other day, but no one talks about that. 360, I don't think I can quite be 360. I don't know how players play some of those reverse scoops and reverse laps. It's absolutely crazy and very talented. I've tried my best to sort of incorporate more laps and sweeps and stuff. So I do a lot of it in the nets. It just hasn't quite made its way to the game yet. But yeah, I think it's just about being able to use different options in different conditions in different fields. I think I do have a bit of a lap. I just haven't really brought it out yet. So yeah.
What's that one shot when you get it absolutely on the money gives you the most joy? It's perhaps diving into a tub of cupcakes and devouring it all. Any equivalent?
My favorite shot's definitely an on drive. I think just me playing a good on drive means that everything's sort of going well within my setup and my balance. I think it's probably no secret that I get ball through the gate quite a bit. So strong on a cover drive, but just that touch straighter, I think my hands sometimes release too early. So I know when I'm playing a good on drive, everything's sort of in sync and my timing is good. So when I play an on drive, I'm always very happy.
Is this a moment of epiphany when you realize that you should put up more clips of yourself on Instagram playing the on drive rather than just the cover drive?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll have a compilation of on drives and laps next time.
Laura Wolvaardt, South Africa skipper, if you could give one piece of advice to all the young girls and boys around the world who want to bat like you, who want to become an all-round package, a good skipper, a good batter, a good leader, and also a strong role model, what would that advice be to today's youngsters?
Advice, I think firstly, playing a lot of sport when you're younger. I think I played a whole bunch of different sports when I was at school, and I think it just helps you develop a lot of different things. Whether it's tennis, whether it's hockey, whether it's sprinting, I think it sort of develops you as an athlete, as a kid, in different ways than just cricket would. I think if all you do is bat for your whole youth, you'll be quite one-sided. I don't know, I feel like if you play tennis and you move around and stuff like that, you'll be quite athletic. And then the other one would just be to enjoy it. I think cricket now is my entire life. I spend so much time doing it, and I think I'm glad that I enjoy doing it. So yeah, I think still make the main thing and play because you love the game, not because you want accolades or achievements or money or whatever, because I think then you'll end up not enjoying it as much as you should. So
excellent. Thank you so very much for your time, Laura Wolvaardt, aka Wolfie, and may all your dreams come true for yourself and of course for South Africa women's cricket.
Thank you.
Including potentially an Olympic podium finish.
That'll be nice.
That's it on our first ever episode of Wicket Women. A big thanks to all our guests and to you for keeping us company. Coming up in our next episode... Are you a wicket woman? Definitely. In a good way. Added that as an afterthought. Well done. We continue our South African exploration with a personal look inside the life of South Africa batter Tasman Brits. And...
Hello, my name is Indu Barma and I'm Nepal National Women's Cricket Team Captain, and this is Wicket Women.
We, of course, spent more than 60 seconds with Nepal captain Indu Barma. We spoke exclusively to her at home in Kathmandu. Time to say goodbye. If you've enjoyed this show, do make sure to let your friends and family know about Wicket Women. And we promise to keep bringing you in-depth interviews with the world's best and most famous women's international cricketers, and also grassroots features and much, much more. From the entire team here at Wicket Women, we'll see you all again soon.